you have a better evaluation of that game than I do, because first let me say Steve has been a guy that I have developed a good friendship with, because I got so much respect for how hard his teams play. This is a pretty good Rutgers team. We actually did a hell of a job on Baker and a hell of a job on Harper. And, the Ebola kid really played well for him, give him credit. But our keys for the game were not to turn the ball over, and other than Cash, actually, in the first half. I thought we did a hell of a job of that. We had 12 for the game, but they were putting pressure on us the whole game. Our second key was to rebound and run. I thought we ran as good as we've ever run in the first 10 minutes. Now, we threw some balls away that's just not like him. On those fast breaks were just some, in all honesty, not very good plays. But he was pushing it, and he pushed it all night. We played a lot of guys a lot of minutes. To win a game against a team as physical as them, they were +9 on the boards going in, and we won the board battle by +8. The other thing, I thought we had Aaron Henry get more aggressive, which was good. He gets 12 points, not enough rebounds, but more aggressive with his shot. He just missed some good shots, and he's been shooting the ball really well. That hasn't been his problem. So, we had 3 guys on the perimeter that went 5 for 20, and Kyle, Gabe, and Aaron, and that's got to improve. But at least everybody there played hard. They ran the lanes hard. And we're struggling a little bit at the 4, different lineups. They brought in 6'6" guys and really put the ball on the floor a lot. I thought we got a little tired, but we were playing 36, 38, 34, 36. We had 4 guys playing 36 minutes or more. That's not what we normally do. And that'll have to change a little bit, I think. But to beat a good team, a physical team, when we didn't shoot our best, there was only one way we could have won that game, and that was to be strong enough, get to the line, make your free throws. We did a hell of a job of that, and rebound the daylights out of the ball, and we did a pretty good job of that. Some questions?
Tom, over here to you. Tonight we were commenting about the guys, just not a lot of smiles, not a lot of fun. They've been through a whole lot as a team emotionally, all that they've gone through. You can't coach that, the fun of the game coming back. Is that just something that will come with time?
Believe it or not, we had great practice, 2 practices in a row, and the guys were great in the locker room. They were great in practice. They were great in the huddles. We got a little fatigued, but I think that's why they were tired. They're doing better. I mean, they are doing better. There's no excuse for that. It's been a crazy month. It's been the most different month of my coaching career. But as we told them, we're 5-3 in that first quarter of the season, and we got to win games now in these next 8. And we're 1-0 in the next 8. We get a chance to practice some more together. That'll help. And we got to shoot the ball better. I mean, I thought we had some good shots. Aaron, Kyle, and I didn't appreciate. I love the physical play, but I thought the Cash was getting beat up pretty good, and so we're gonna have to look at that a little bit closer and see what we can do on that.
Right here, Tom. How you doing? Winning versus dominating. Is one more important than the other, and if so, why?
Well, the most important thing is to play with some toughness. That's what I think this team lacked against Duke. I did not think we played with any sense of purpose or toughness. I thought we did that tonight, and if I could have subbed like normal instead of playing guys that many minutes, I think we would have been in a better position. But I'm telling you, everybody laughed at the league at the beginning. The league is going to be better than better. If that's a team that's in the bottom part of our league, and they lost a really good player, but he is a really, when I say this, I mean, I put him up against anybody in this league as one of the best coaches in this league. And if I could watch 18 of his 20 games as a fan, I'd be excited. They play hard, they play tough. Those kids put it all on the line, and we played, better. But there was no flow to the game. And I think part of that is because every time we got a little lead, we'd either, a couple of those turnovers were dumb turnovers at dumb times. And a couple times we made plays and then missed some shots, layups. And that was the difference in the game. We could never spread it open. But dominating, right now this team's not going to dominate anybody. It was almost good for us to have to grind one out because we're going to have to do that for a while till we get back on track.
Tom, thoughts on Gabe Brown filling in for Rocket?
Well, there were some things he did better. Some things, that I thought Gabe, we put him on a bunch of different people. I thought he played very good defensively for the most part, but he doesn't have that speed that Rocket has. Speed. Rocket could have really helped us guarding who ended up a hell of a player, Jacob Young. He did a pretty good job for them and just got to the line, just barreled in there, got to the free throw line, and I thought he did a good job for them, and I didn't think we had a lot of answers for him, especially when we're playing cash that many minutes. But I'm telling you, man, that's a nice team. It's got some balance. It's got, to think that we won that game with, Baker going 1 for 7. Baker, I think, is one of the better guards in our league. And we did a decent job on Harper. So, Gabe was involved with guarding a lot of different people, and the one thing we were able to do is guard somebody with some size, and that helped a little bit.
You mentioned about Cat getting bumped and knocked around a little bit. Get Aaron bring the ball up a little bit here and there, and some other guys. No turnovers for Aaron. How do you think he handled that part of that?
I was pleased with Aaron tonight. We've been challenging Aaron as everybody has, and we had to put him in different positions. We had to, he had a guard. He guarded Baker most of the time, and that's what Aaron, I think, could be one of the better defensive players in this league. But then we had to put him at the point just because they were wearing down, and give them credit. They did a good job on Cassius. But I thought Aaron, helped us. It's hard to be excited when your 3 guys in the perimeter are 5 for 20. You shouldn't win many games when that happens. Or he was 2 for 10. But again, the shots he took, and I didn't have any problems with any of the shots he took, and just didn't make them.
One game in the next 10 days, I think, is how badly do you need it, and is this kind of one of your first chances to maybe stop and make impactful changes or adjustments and things that are as concerning or bothering you?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately we got finals. I don't know why Prof's getting away here, but we got finals. But we are going to get some time, and we need some time to just kind of gather ourselves. The travel and all the good excuses has caused us so that we couldn't practice. We got to make some subs, and we're going to have to just keep getting more physical. Don't be surprised if you see Julius playing some. I need more physicality, and that team tonight, a couple of those bigs didn't have a lot of skill, but they were physical, and so yeah, this is going to be an important time. We're going on, meeting a little bit tomorrow, giving the day off. Try to practice a little bit, at least individual on Tuesday. Still get on the road, do some recruiting, and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, try to get some real practice in. Play the game on Saturday, then, in the NCAA parts, it gives you, or you could have 2-a-days or something, not to grind, but maybe to, work on things that you just don't get a chance to work on. We did a pretty good job on our out-of-bounds plays, but shoring them up, come up with a couple of new wrinkles with the pressure we're getting. I think those will be critical. So yeah, I think, I'm disappointed that we're shooting so poorly because I don't think we're that poor a shooting team. We found a way to, we're averaging 80 points a game, and there are games like this sometimes. So, if you ever get to the tournament, of any kind of tournament, they're all going to be grinding games, and I guess we're getting some practice on that. But I don't know what that team will do. I'll be surprised if they don't win, more than a few games. And yet, if we could have got going and extended the lead when it was 7 in the first half, and then we made a couple crazy turnovers or give up a couple things, and they hit some shots the first half. Second half, they didn't make as many of them.
right, Coach. I remember at practice you mentioned you wanted to see a better defensive performance from the team, better free throw shooting, better rebounding. How did you feel about their performance on those aspects tonight?
2 out of 3 ain't bad. You know, we shot free throws, we rebounded. I did not think we checked. I mean, they ended up shooting, 40%. And that's not good for us. But you know, when you have a couple picks for touchdowns like we did it again early in that game, those are critical. They had 15 points off our turnovers, so we didn't have a lot of them, but they scored off some of them. But I just thought we were getting drove to death out of us, and some of it is personnel, and some of it is the number of minutes we played, and some of it is we're not doing what Michigan State does. We're not getting into our gaps and all that stuff. So, as you said, those will be things we got to get back to the basics. Now we got back to the basics on the rebounding. We really made that. We really worked on our running, and we did improve in those 2 areas. So the old adage, what you work on is, you know, what you emphasize is what you usually get better at. I just got a lot of things to emphasize because we kind of missed out on a month in a lot of different ways, either situation or just the way that schedule went, the nights. So we got a lot of work to do. We're nowhere near a finished product. We got to get better, but I think we will get better. Anything else?
Tom, how good was it to see the fast break, pull-up 3, smile by Cassius?
Yeah, you know, I mean, Cash has had 2 phenomenal practices. And I thought early he pushed it hard, but I thought he looked really tired early. And he got his second win, you know. He probably hasn't had a chance to get many second wins in the last month. And because, you know, we're trying to just take care of him a little differently. And so that was good. And, you know, he was really good in the huddles. He was really, he hasn't had a couple good practices. He's had a couple great practices. So, you know, we're just going to inch forward closer and closer to trying to get back. But there's no secrets. I mean, I don't care what team it is. Your big 3 has to play well. You know, for us, we entered the season, the big 4 was going to play well. And one of those, so now the big 3's got to play well. And we all put more pressure on Aaron. I did think at least he responded in different ways tonight. And if he keeps doing that, he's been shooting, you know, 50%, 40% from the 3. So he's been shooting the ball good, but he didn't have to play that many minutes and have to play different positions. So that'll give us a chance to work on that a little bit, take a little heat off Cash once in a while.
All good?
Thanks, guys.